video lecture, we will be seeing the trigonometric ratios of compound angles along with some sums of exercise 6C from class 11, that is inter first year textbook of chapter trigonometric ratios up to transformations, Telugu Academy textbook, TS and AP. Now these sums might also be useful for other students. So let us begin. Do you know what a compound angle is? A compound angle is an angle when we add them or when we subtract them, it should give me an answer. For example, let us consider we have three angles. Let us suppose A is my angle, B is my angle, C is my angle. Then if I want to find out the sum of the angles A plus B, or if I want to subtract the two angles A minus C, or if I want to find out the sum of the angles B plus C, or if I want to find out what is A minus B plus C, suppose A is 35, B is 60 and C is 90, then 35 minus 60 plus 90 will give me what? That in terms of angles will be called as compound angles. So I hope you are clear what are compound angles. When we add or subtract two or more than two angles, that is called as compound angles. What is trigonometric ratios of compound angles then? When we add a trigonometric ratio with the compound angle, that will be called as trigonometric ratio of compound angles. For example, suppose I have A plus B as my sum of the angles. Then if I apply sine to that angle, what is sine here? Sine is a trigonometric ratio. So if I have sine A plus B, I can say sine A plus B is a trigonometric ratio of compound angle. Similarly, sine A minus B, cos A plus B, cos A minus B, trigonometric ratio of compound angle. Similarly, I may have the trigonometric ratio with tan, with cot, with secant, with cosecant. That will be called as trigonometric ratios of compound angles. Now let us come to the formulas. How to apply the formulas and what are the formulas of trigonometric ratios of compound angles. We will learn that now in this video. So if A comma B are two real numbers, then first let us know what will be sine of A plus B. That is, when we apply the trigonometric ratio sine to these angles, then what is that? We should know that sine of A plus B is equal to, remember, we apply sine to A and B. Sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Okay, what do you observe here? When we have plus sign here, in the middle also we are having plus sign. Like that you can remember. And whenever you have to find out sine A plus B, remember first you will have sine, then you will have cos, and then again you will have cos and then sine. First A and B, and here also A and B. But with A you have sine and here with A you have cos. Here with B you have cos and with B you have sine. So what is sine A plus B? Sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. That is my first formula for when I have A plus B. Now there is one more formula with A and B. Suppose we want to find out the subtraction of A minus B along with sine. Then what will be the answer for sine A minus B? It will be sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. So here again we can observe here we have minus, so here also we will have minus. You can remember like that. And same here also. First sine is there, then cos is there, and here first cos is there and sine is there. A with sine, then A with cos, B with cos, then B with sine. Remember like that. So sine A minus B is sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Now sine formulas are over. Remember there are two formulas for sine whenever two angles are there. One is with plus and one is with minus. Similarly, you have two more formulas for cos. Again, with cos we have the formula with plus, and with cos also we have a formula with minus. But for cos, when you have plus, here we will have minus. That is, cos A plus B is cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. What you need to remember here is, in case of cos A plus B, cos A and cos B are together, then we will have minus, and then sin A and sin B will be together. And here you have plus means here you will have minus, opposite signs. Now what about cos A minus B? For cos A minus B also, if this is minus, here you will have plus, and again same thing. First cos, 2 cos will come and then 2 sin will come. So the formula for cos A minus B is cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. What did you observe here? That when you have minus, you have plus. Now these are the 4 formulas of sine and cos. 2 formulas for sine, 2 formulas for cos. Similarly, you will have 2 formulas for tan. Suppose I want to find out what is tan A plus B. So the answer will be tan A plus B is tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. Now in case of tan A plus B, what do you observe? Here we will have numerator and denominator, remember that. And when you have plus here, in the numerator you will have plus and in the denominator you will have minus, remember that. And tan A plus B means tan will apply to A and tan will apply to B, and then you will have 1 minus tan A into tan B. That is, first you will have a numerator sum and denominator you will have 1 minus product of tan A and tan B. Remember like that. Okay. Next we have tan of A minus B. So similarly, when you have minus here, in numerator also you will have minus. So tan will be applied to A, tan will apply to B, and then in between them you will have minus by 1 plus tan A into tan B. So here also same thing, subtraction and then product and 1 plus. And what do you observe here? Here you have minus, in denominator we have plus. Here if you have plus, in denominator you have minus. So these are the 2 formulas of tan. Now one more thing you need to remember in tan is, here this A plus B or this A minus B or only A or only B, it should not be an odd multiple of pi by 2. Okay, that is, this A, this B and this A plus B and this A minus B should not go in the table of 90. Pi by 2 means 90. Why? Because we know that tan 90 is infinity and we don't want our answer to become infinity. That is the reason why this formula will be applicable only if A, B or A plus B and A minus B are not an odd multiple of pi by 2. That is, they should not be 3 into pi by 2, 5 into pi by 2 odd multiples, okay, of 90 degree. See, 2 formulas for sine are there, 2 formulas for cos are there, 2 formulas for tan are there. Similarly, you will have 2 formulas for cot. For cot also, we will have cot A plus B will be equal to, remember, cot formulas are opposite to tan formulas. Here the product of tan A and tan B was in denominator. Here the product of cot A and cot B will be in numerator. And here in case of tan, 1 was first and then tan A and tan B was there. Right. But in cot, first cot A and cot B will be there and then 1 will be there. So here we have plus. And one more difference between tan A and cot B is, see, here cot A plus B is cot A cot B minus 1 by cot B plus cot A. What sign you have here, that will, numerator will have opposite sign and denominator will have same sign. But what did you observe here? What sign tan was having? Here that sign was there in numerator. Okay, see here, plus is there, minus is there, opposite signs, and product of cot A and cot B is coming and then sum is coming. Now what is cot A minus B? Cot A minus B is cot A cot B plus 1. Here you have minus now. So here you will have plus by cot B minus cot A. One more difference you have found out here, that here in case of tan A minus B, tan A is there and tan B is there. But here in denominator first cot B will come and then cot A will come. You have to be very careful. Okay, remember all these formulas. They are very easy. As I have explained, you remember like that. 2 formulas for sine, 2 formulas for cos, 2 formulas for tan, 2 formulas for cot. In case of sine and cos, you have sine, cos for sine, and then for cos, for the first 2 you will have cos and then you will have sine. And here opposite signs, here plus, here minus, here plus, here plus. These are same in case of sine, but in cos opposite signs. In tan, same sign as numerator. In cot, the opposite sign as numerator. Remember what algebraic identity A plus B into A minus B is A square minus B square. Similarly, that A plus B into A minus B is equal to A square minus B square identity can also be applied to trigonometric ratios for sine and for cosine. That 2 formulas you have. So here let us suppose that A and B are any 2 real numbers. Then we will have sine A plus B into sine A minus B will be equal to sine square A minus sine square B, or it will be equal to cos square B minus cos square A. Remember here, when you have sine A plus B into sine A minus B, here both will be sine and both will be cos. The squares of sine and squares of cos will be there, same. Sine square A minus sine square B, or cos square B minus cos square A. And similarly here you are having B and then you are having A. Remember this. Now let us see similarly what is cos A plus B into cos A minus B. Cos A plus B into cos A minus B will be equal to cos square A minus sine square B. Here what did you observe? Here we are having cos and then we are having sine. That is squares, first cos is applied and then sine is applied. Or it can also be equal to cos square B minus sine square A. But you see that in both the cases, first we are having cos, square of cos, and then we are having square of sine. Remember this for cos. Okay. So these two formulas for sine, these two formulas for cos, these two formulas for tan, these two formulas for cot, and two formulas of algebraic identities, a plus b into a minus b for sine and a plus b into a minus b for cos. Okay, here both squares are sine, both squares are cos in case of sine. Here one will be cos and one will be sine, squares for cos. Okay, and first cos will come and then sine will come. Now these formulas were there when a and b were two real numbers. And one more thing I forgot to tell you is that this formula is there for cot. When can cot be applied? The formula for cot can be applied if a, b, a plus b or a minus b are not an integral multiple of pi. Why cot a plus b or cot a minus b or cot a or cot b should not be an integral multiple of pi? Because we know that cot of pi is, that is cot 180 is infinity. We don't want our answer to be infinity. So the condition for this formulas to be applied is there should not be an multiple a b or a plus b or a minus b should not be an integral multiple of pi. Okay. So now these are the formulas when two angles a and b are given and we have to find out their sum or we have to find out their difference. Now if suppose there are three angles a, b and c, then what will be the formulas for trigonometric ratios? Let us discuss that also. There are four formulas with a, b and c. So let us suppose here if a comma b comma c belong to real numbers, that is all three a, b, c should be real numbers, then we'll have 10 formulas over. So this is my 11th formula. First we'll apply to sine a plus b plus c is what? Sine a plus b plus c. Now in your portion we have only sum of the three angles, for three angles. Okay, so sine a plus b plus c will be equal to summation sine a cos b cos c minus sine a sine b sine c. Okay, similarly you will have the formula for cos a plus b plus c. In cos a plus b plus c you will have first the three angles will come, that is cos a into cos b into cos c, and then you will have minus sign and then you will have summation of cos a sine b sine c. Okay, carefully observe what is the difference between these two formulas. In case of sine we are having summation first, and since it is sine, first angle a sine is first angle a belongs to sine and then remaining two angles belong to cos, minus all three are sine here. Okay, product of sine. Now what about cos a plus b plus c? All three are cos. Okay, cos a into cos b into cos c, then minus is there and then you are having summation, and same like this. Here you had, since it was sine, one angle was sine and remaining two angles were cos. Similarly here also, since it is cos, one angle is cos and remaining two angles are sine. So you have cos a plus b plus c is equal to cos a cos b cos c minus sigma cos a sine b sine c. Now the other formula is sine is over, cos is over. Now I'll have tan. What is tan a plus b plus c? Remember when we had tan a plus b, we had fraction, numerator by denominator. Here also when we have to find out tan a plus b plus c, we will have fraction. So here since sigma is coming for three angles, okay, summation, sigma is coming. So here also we will have sigma tan a minus pi into tan a whole divided by 1 minus sigma tan a into tan b. After I write the cot formula, I'll explain you how to remember it. So cot A plus B plus C is equals to, here also first we'll have sigma, then cot A minus pi into cot A by 1 minus sigma cot A into cot B. So here we observe that both the formulas are same. First we'll have, whenever we have to find out tan A plus B plus C or cot A plus B plus C, first we'll have sigma, then tan A, then minus pi into tan A by 1 minus sigma tan A tan B. Similarly for cot also, sigma cot A minus pi into cot A by 1 minus sigma cot A cot B. And remember, what did you have? Tan A plus B, tan A minus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. This formula is similar to that. See, tan A minus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. It is similar to the tan A plus B formula. This formula is also similar to tan A plus B formula. First you are having cot in both, and then you are having product of cots subtracted from 1. So these are the formulas of when trigonometric ratios are applied to the three-angle sum. Okay. Now let us move to the exercise sums. So here the first question is, simplify the following. First question, first bit. Cos 100 into cos 40 plus sin 100 into sin 40. So here we have to find out first bit. Cos 100 into cos 40 plus sin 100 into sin 40. This we have to find out here. Okay. Now remember, whenever you have these type of sums, you have to use the formula for trigonometric ratios of compound angles. Observe it carefully. How does it look? With which formula it match? You can clearly observe that this is of the form of cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. What was cos A cos B plus sin A sin B? Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B is cos A minus B. Remember I said whenever you have plus, here you have minus. So RHS form is given to us. We have to apply the LHS form. So the question is in the form of RHS of cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Which formula we are using here? Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B is equals to cos A plus B. Okay, so here what is A if you observe? A is 100, B is 40. This is 40. So RHS form is given. What is LHS form? Is equals to cos A minus B. What is A here? A is 100. What is B here? 40. Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B is cos A minus B. Okay, not plus. This is minus. So here it is 100 minus 40. So cos of, what is 100 minus 40? 60. We know the value of cos 60 is 1 by 2. So what is the answer of cos 100, cos 40 plus sin 100, sin 40? 1 by 2. Okay. This is so simple. Remember, in these formulas which I have taught you, you have to learn the RHS form. So because the questions might be in terms of RHS or the questions might be given in terms of LHS. You need to learn both the sides. Okay, RHS and LHS. Going to the second bit. The second bit question is, simplify the following. Cot 55, cot 35 minus 1 by cot 55 plus cot 35. So here we have to find out cos 55, cot 55 into cot 35 minus 1 by cot 55 plus cot 35. Again, this is very similar to a formula. Did you understand? Do you remember which formula is this? Cot A cot B minus 1 by cot A plus cot B. Cot A cot B minus 1 by cot B plus cot A or cot A plus cot B. Both are same. It is nothing but cot A plus B. Remember I said in numerator if I have minus, here you will have plus. So what is the answer? Cot A plus B. So it is of the form of cot A cot B minus 1 by cot A plus cot B. Okay. So what is that equal to? It is equal to cot A plus B. So here A is 55 and B is 35, because if you compare, A is 55, B is 35. So cot of 55 plus 35. What is 55 plus 35? 90. So cot 90. We know tan 90 is infinity, so cot 90 is 0. So what is the value of cot 55 into cot 35 minus 1 by cot 55 plus cot 35? 0. Moving to third bit. We have to simplify tan pi by 4 plus theta into tan pi by 4 minus theta. Okay, to find tan pi by 4 plus theta into tan pi by 4 minus theta. So here, observe this again. This is of the form of tan A plus B and this is the form of tan A minus B. So here we have to apply tan A plus B formula and here we have to apply tan A minus B formula. So tan A plus B we know is tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. And we know tan A minus B formula is tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. So here LHS forms are given here. We have to make it in the form of RHS. So implies what is tan A plus B? Tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. Here A is pi by 4 and B is theta. If you substitute in this formula. So tan pi by 4 plus tan theta by 1 minus tan pi by 4 into tan theta. Then you have into is there tan A minus B is again tan A minus tan B by 1 plus tan A tan B. So tan pi by 4 minus tan theta by 1 plus tan pi by 4 into tan theta. What is tan pi by 4? Tan pi by 4 is tan 45. What is the value of tan 45? 1. So in the next step, we'll write the value of tan 45 as 1 plus tan theta by 1 minus, again we'll substitute the value of tan 45. 1 into tan theta. Here also, in the next step, we'll substitute the value of tan 45 as 1. What is tan 45? 1 plus tan theta by 1 minus, what is tan 45? 1 into tan theta into tan 45 is 1 minus tan theta by 1 plus what is tan 45? Tan 45 is 1 into tan theta. Okay, did you understand? In place of tan 45, we are substituting 1, that is tan pi by 4. So you are having, observe here you have into. We know that whenever we have into and whenever we have two fractions, we can cancel it. Observe the numerator and denominator. First, we'll write 1 plus tan theta by 1 minus 1 into tan theta is tan theta only into 1 minus tan theta by 1 plus 1 into tan theta is tan theta only. Here the numerator and denominator are same, 1 plus tan theta, 1 plus tan theta. So both of them will get cancelled. Here both the numerator and denominator are same, 1 minus tan theta, 1 minus tan theta. So both of them will get cancelled. So what is our answer? 1. So we got our answer as 1. So the value of tan pi by 4 plus theta into tan pi by 4 minus theta is 1. Moving on to fourth bit. The question is, you have to simplify tan 75 plus cot 75. Answer first fourth bit to find tan 75 plus cot 75. What do you observe here? Remember, how did we split 75 earlier? 75 we wrote as 180 minus theta, and similarly here also we could have applied 180 minus theta, or we could have written this in terms of 90, okay, 90 plus or minus theta, but here we'll not do like that because this exercise purely deals with trigonometric ratios of compound angles. Here we see there is a plus sign in between tan and cot, means it is nothing but trigonometric ratio of compound angles. So here we have to use trigonometric ratio of compound angle formulas only. In the exam, if it does not specify, you can use those, but here we have plus or minus. Remember, between trigonometric ratios, you have to use the formulas of trigonometric ratios of compound angles. So we can split this 75 as 2 angles, and again 75 can be split as 2 angles. Suppose that is tan. How can we write 75 as? We know 45 plus 30 is 75. So we can write 75 as 45 plus 30. What are these 45 and 30? These are standard angles. Remember 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. Those are standard angles. So we split this 75 as sum of two standard angles. Okay. And similarly here also you have 75. So you can write this 75 as 45 plus 35. That is sum of two standard angles. Now we can write this as tan A plus B form, and this is cot A plus B form. We can apply those formulas. So which formulas we have to use here? Tan A plus B formula, that is nothing but we know tan A plus B is tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B, and here we can use cot A plus B formula. We know cot A plus B is cot A cot B minus 1 by cot A plus cot B. So write it in the RHS form. What is tan A is 45 plus tan B is 30 by 1 minus tan 45 into tan 30 plus cot A is 45 into cot B is 35. 30, this is 30 minus 1 by cot 45 plus cot 30 implies what is the value of tan 45? 1 plus what is the value of tan 30? 1 by root 3 by 1 minus tan 45 is 1 into tan 30 is 1 by root 3 plus cot 45 is 1 into cot 30 is root 3 minus 1 by cot 45 is 1 plus cot 30 is root 3. So here we are having, we know LCM of 1 and root 3 is root 3. We know root 3 divided by 1 is root 3 into 1 is root 3 plus root 3 by root 3 is 1 into 1 is 1 whole divided by, here we have 1 minus 1 into 1 by root 3 is 1 minus 1 by root 3 plus root 3 minus 1 by 1 plus root 3. Okay, now take out the LCM of this. Root 3 plus 1 by root 3 by root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1. So the LCM is, we have root 3 plus 1 by root 3 by root 3 minus 1 by root 3, that is the LCM which we have. Okay, so we know root 3 and root 3 will get cancelled here and we'll be left with root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1 plus root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1. Now we cannot cancel these both. Why? Because we have plus sign in between. If we would have into sign, then we could have cancelled this. What to do? Here we have root now, so we can rationalize the denominator in both the cases. Here since we have root 3 minus 1, we will multiply and divide with root 3 plus 1 here. So root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1 into root 3 plus 1 whole divided by root 3 plus 1, and here also we will multiply and divide with opposite sign of denominator, that is root 3 minus 1. So root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1 into root 3 minus 1 by root 3 minus 1. So root 3 plus 1 into root 3 plus 1 is root 3 plus 1 whole square. It is in the form of a plus b into a plus b. A plus b into a plus b is a plus b whole square by a minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square plus, it is again in the form of a minus b into a minus b. A minus b into a minus b is a minus b whole square, that is root 3 minus 1 whole square by a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. Now what is a plus b whole square? A plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So a here is root 3 and b here is 1. So a square means root 3 whole square plus 2 into a, that is root 3 into 1 plus b square, that is 1 by root 3 whole square is square and root will get cancelled. 3 minus 1 square is 1. 3 minus 1 is 2 plus again it is in the form of a minus b whole square, a square minus 2ab, that is 2 into root 3 plus b square, that is 1 by again root 3 whole square is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So here we have root and square will get cancelled, root and square will get cancelled. 3 plus 2 root 3 plus 1 by 2 plus 3 minus 2 root 3 plus 1 by 2. So here we have 3 plus 1 is 4, 4 plus 2 root 3 by 2 plus 3 minus 2 root 3 by 2. So LCM of 2 and 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, 1 into 4. 2 divided by 2 is 1, 1 into 4 plus root 3 is 4 plus 2 root 3 plus 2 divided by 2 is 1, 1 into 3 minus root 3 is 3 minus 2 root 3. Here we have 4, right? So here we have minus 2 root 3 and here we have plus 2 root 3. So we'll have 4 plus 4 is 8. So we'll have 8 by 2. We know 8 by 2 is 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8, 4. So our answer is 4. Okay, see here. 4, we have C divided by 2 now. So we took the LCM. It is 4 plus 2 root 3 plus 4 minus 2 root 3. Here plus 2 root 3 and minus 2 root 3 will get cancelled. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 by 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8. So answer is 4. Fourth bit answer is 4. Moving on to fifth bit. We have to find out the value of sine 1140 into cos 390 minus cos 780 into sine 750. So here we can expand sine 1140 we can expand, cos 390 we can expand, cos 780 we can expand, sin 750. Why are we expanding here when we have to use sine, when we have to use trigonometric ratios of compound angles? Because if you observe, we cannot apply sin A minus cos B. Why? Because there is, all four are different numbers, right? So first we'll expand this. How can you write 1140? We can write 1140 in terms of 360 because we know it is more than 1000. If it is more than 1000, it can be multiples of 360. So we know we can write this as sine. What is 1140? We can write this as 3 into 360 plus 30 plus 60. Because if you multiply 360 into 3, what is 360 into 3? 3 zeros are 0. See, 360 into 3 is 3 zeros are 0, 3 6 are 18, 3 3s are 9, 9 plus 1 is 10, 1080. 1080 plus 60 is 1140. Okay, so that is why we are writing this as 3 into 360. 1140 is written as 3 into 360 plus 60 in terms of 360. This is the quadrant angle. Remember, we did this in many videos. Sine 1140 can be written as sine 3 into 360 plus 60. That is, it is the form of sine n into 360 plus theta. Similarly, how can we write 390? 390 is very nearer to 360. So we can write this as 360 plus 30. Next, we have minus cos 780. We can write 780 again. 780 is very nearer to 360. 362 is 720. So we can write this as 2 into 360 plus 60. Because 360 into 2 is 720, 720 plus 60 is 780. Next we have into sine 750. What is 750? 750 can be written as 2 into 360 is again 720, 720 plus 30 is 750. So this is how you expand it. Now sine n into 360 plus theta is sine theta, that is sine 60. Cos 360 plus theta is cos theta, so cos 30. Now 360 plus theta means all will be in the first quadrant. That is why the signs will not change. Minus cos n into 360 plus theta is cos theta, that is cos 60 here. Next again sin n into 360 plus theta is sin theta, that is sin 30 here. Now what you should do, now if you observe, we have two angles, 60, 60, 30, 30. So we can, now it is in the form of sin A cos B minus cos A sin B formula. What is sin A cos B minus cos A sin B? Sin A minus B, we know that. So here A is 60 and B is 30 if we compare this. So sin 60 minus 30, 60 minus 30 is 30, so sin 30. So our answer is 1 by 2. So the value of sin 1140 into cos 390 minus cos 780 into sin 750 is only 1 by 2. So small answer. So second question, first bit is express root 3 cos 25 plus sin 25 by 2 as a sine of angle. Answer to first bit. So here we have to express root 3 cos 25 plus sin 25 by 2 as a sine of angle. That is the final answer which we get, it should be in terms of sine theta, sine. Okay, so let us start solving. If you observe this carefully, here we have plus. So this 2 belongs to this root 3 cos 25 as well as this 2 belongs to sin 25. So we can write this as root 3 by 2 into cos 25 plus 1 by 2 into sin 25. Because here we don't have any numbers, so it is 1 by 2. What is root 3 by 2? One angle is 25 here we can see. What is one more angle we can take? We know here we should write sine. And what is sine in terms of root 3 by 2? We know sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So sine 60 cos 25 plus what is 1 by 2 in terms of cos? Cos 60 into sine 25. So this is the form of sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. What is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B? It is sin A plus B, and A here is 60 and B here is 25. So sin A plus B means 60 plus 25. We know 60 plus 25 is 85. So we got the value as 85 degrees. So sin 85 degree. In the question it asked us to express in terms of sine, and finally we have got the answer in terms of sine. So this is how you do it. Okay, moving on to second bit. The second bit is we have to express cos theta minus sin theta in terms of cos theta. Here if you observe, we don't have any numbers, like here we had root 3 by 2, here we had 1 by 2, right? But here we do not have any numbers. So we need to multiply a number to this. What we can do, if it is better if it multiply a number which is same for both sine and cos. We know 1 by root 2, that is sine 45 and cos 45. We know sine 45 and cos 45 is 1 by root 2. The value of sine 45 and the value at theta is equals to 45 degrees, same for both sine and cos. So we can multiply and divide this cos and sine with root 2 and 1 by root 2. So we can write this as multiply and divide with root 2 and so root 2 into 1 by root 2 cos theta minus sine theta. Now keep this root 2 as it is, numerator. And this 1 by root 2 will apply to cos theta and this 1 by root 2 will apply to sin theta. So it becomes 1 by root 2 cos theta minus 1 by root 2 sin theta. So we can write this as root 2 into, what is 1 by root 2? 1 by root 2 can be written as cos 45 and again cos theta minus 1 by root 2 can be written as sin 45 sin theta. Now this is the form of cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, and we know cos A cos B minus sin A sin B is cos A plus B. So we can write this as root 2 into cos for A plus B means 45 plus theta. If you observe here, A is 45 and B is theta. Which formula we are using here? We are using cos A cos B minus sin A sin B is equals to cos A plus B. Okay. So can we add 45 plus theta? We cannot add, but this is one compound angle 45 plus theta. So we have successfully expressed this cos theta minus sin theta in terms of cos theta. That is the final answer we got is in terms of cos only. So this finishes our second bit also. Moving on to third bit. The question is express tan theta in terms of tan alpha. To express tan theta in terms of tan alpha. So the condition given to us here is if sin theta plus alpha is equals to cos theta plus alpha. This condition is given, sin theta plus alpha is equals to cos theta plus alpha. This is given and we have to express tan theta in terms of tan alpha. That is the final answer which we should have, is we should have the answer in terms of tan theta and we should have our answer in terms of tan alpha. Now what we can do, from the given condition, we can make it in terms of tan. How? If you observe this, theta plus alpha is one angle and here also theta plus alpha is one angle. So we can bring this cos in the denominator of sine, right? This can be written as sin theta plus alpha whole divided by cos theta plus alpha. If you bring this cos theta plus alpha in denominator, here it becomes 1. Now what is sin theta plus alpha by cos theta plus alpha? Tan theta plus alpha, because we know sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. So that is equals to 1. Now we know this is the form of tan A plus B. What is tan A plus B formula? Tan A plus B is tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. And here if you observe, A is theta and B is alpha. So tan theta plus tan alpha by 1 minus tan theta tan alpha is equals to 1. Now what we can do? Send this 1 minus tan theta into tan alpha this side. So it becomes tan theta plus tan alpha is equals to 1 minus tan theta tan alpha. Here we have alpha, okay. Next what we can do? This minus tan theta tan alpha we can bring on LHS. So what it becomes? Tan theta minus, when it comes this side it becomes plus. Tan theta tan alpha is equals to 1 as it is, plus tan theta if it comes this side it becomes minus tan theta. So here take tan theta common from both of this. If I take tan theta common from this, here what is left? 1 is left. Here what is left? Tan alpha is left. That is equals to 1 minus tan theta. So what we can do now? We can write this as tan theta is equals to 1 minus tan theta as it is. Now into 1 plus tan alpha, if it comes this side it becomes 1 plus tan alpha. So now we cannot expand it further. And here we have 1 minus tan alpha we should have now. This is alpha, tan alpha. So plus tan alpha if it goes that side, minus tan alpha. So we have successfully, so we got tan theta is equals to 1 minus tan alpha by 1 plus tan alpha. That is, if you observe here, we had to express tan theta in terms of tan alpha. So we have successfully expressed tan theta in terms of tan alpha. So this completes our second Roman of first section also. All the 3 bits. In the next video, we'll start third section. Hope you have understood the trigonometric ratio formulas and the sums. If you understood, then please like, share, subscribe, click that bell icon.